Did ancient humans fall in love? Love has inspired wars, built kingdoms, and shaped civilizations. But here's a question most people never ask. Did ancient humans actually fall in love? Not kings or queens, not the Egyptians or Romans. We're talking about the very first humans. People who lived tens of thousands of years before cities, famine, or written history. Did they experience love the way we do today? Or was romance something that only appeared after civilization? To answer that, imagine life in prehistoric times. There were no homes, hospitals, or supermarkets. Every day was a fight to survive. Food wasn't guaranteed, predators were everywhere, and even a small injury could be fatal. In a world like that, love might seem unimportant. But surprisingly, scientists believe the opposite. Anthropologists think emotional bonds helped early humans survive. Love wasn't a distraction, it may have been one of the reasons our species survived at all. One of the biggest clues comes from human babies. Unlike many animals, human babies need years of care before they can survive on their own. Raising a child alone would have been nearly impossible. Two adults working together had a much better chance of protecting their children and passing on their genes. Over thousands of generations, lasting relationships became one of humanity's greatest survival advantages. But was that really love? Biology suggests it could have been. When people fall in love today, the brain releases chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, creating feelings of happiness, trust, and attachment. What's fascinating is that these brain systems existed long before civilization. That means our ancestors were probably capable of experiencing many of the same emotions we feel today. Of course, love probably looked very different. There were no flowers, weddings, or love letters. Instead, love may have meant sharing food after a successful hunt, protecting someone from danger, caring for an injured partner, or staying together through harsh winters. In a dangerous world, those actions may have meant far more than words. Archaeologists have found prehistoric graves where two people were buried side by side, sometimes appearing to embrace. One famous discovery, known as the Lovers of Valdaro, suggests that emotional relationships were important enough to be remembered even after death. Then there are the Neanderthals. For years, they were seen as primitive and violent. But modern discoveries tell a different story. Scientists found Neanderthal skeletons belonging to people who survived severe injuries for many years. They couldn't have survived alone. Someone cared for them. Someone shared food. Someone protected them. That level of compassion reveals empathy, and empathy is one of the foundations of love. Another clue comes from something unexpected: jewelry. Around 100,000 years ago, humans began decorating themselves with shells, feathers, colorful stones, and animal teeth. Why spend valuable time making ornaments when survival was already difficult? Researchers believe these decorations helped people express identity, status, and perhaps attract potential partners. In other words, ancient humans may have been trying to impress each other long before modern fashion existed. Some scientists even believe music played a role. Imagine a small group sitting around a fire after sunset. Stories are told, simple songs are sung, and laughter fills the night. Moments like these strengthened trust and brought people closer together. Perhaps the earliest songs weren't just for entertainment. Maybe they also helped people fall in love. If love existed, then so did heartbreak, jealousy, loss, grief. Our ancestors likely experienced many of the same emotions we do today. The biggest difference wasn't the feeling, it was how they expressed it. Today, we send messages and buy gifts. Ancient humans showed love by sharing their last meal, protecting their families, and risking their lives for the people they cared about. So, Did ancient humans fall in love? No one can answer with complete certainty. But the evidence suggests they did. They formed lasting relationships, cared for the sick, raised children together, and built communities based on trust and cooperation. Perhaps love wasn't created by civilization. Perhaps civilization was built on love. Long before cities, empires, or written history, two ancient humans may have sat quietly beneath a sky full of stars, sharing a feeling every one of us would recognize today. Love